at David Security here on the GP9 highway, La Marsa. Just wanted to point out that driving remains our #1 safety risk here in Tunisia. I know terrorism grabs the headlines, but driving remains our #1 safety risk. I just witnessed this accident here. It was pretty bad, right in front of the U.S. Embassy. So once again, at David Security here, and I want to focus in on driving in Tunisia. So we try to empower travelers and expats here with information that's relevant, that's practical. I know that terrorism grabs the headlines all the time, and obviously people in Tunisia do not drive like this video here. But road safety is a major issue in Tunisia, okay? So just to give you some numbers here so we could just know the actual situation here, about 18 out of every 100,000 people die each year from traffic accidents here. Tunisia's road fatality rate is about the global average, but the thing is here, the day-to-day, the near misses, the frustration and challenges that make it the #1 safety challenge for us here in Tunis, Tunisia, especially if you're here as an expat. About 43% of Tunisian road fatalities are automobile passengers, and also, you know, wearing seatbelts are very low. It's not enforced here. There is a law to enforce it, and they do apply it on the highway, but it's very seldom, very rarely enforced on local streets. So, you know, that's just to give you an idea about the issues here. In 2015, there were 437 road accidents, which wounded 711 people and led to 83 deaths. Okay, so we know it's a problem, it's a challenge. We can see that it's clear. So one of the things we talk about at our security awareness workshop, we talk about defensive driving, the concept of defensive driving. And what I advise expats and travelers to do when they come to Tunisia is to take a proactive approach to driving, a defensive approach to driving, not aggressive, but defensive. So let's get into it. Tip #1, stay focused. Keep your hands on the wheel. Remember that 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock position you learn in driver's ed? You got to use it here. You got to stay engaged. There's a lot going on the roads. You might see a cow, you might see a beggar, you might see several people that will grab your attention. Stay focused. You might watch a lot of unsafe movements and just want to pay attention to that. Stay focused on the road. #2, keep your eyes moving, all right? Continuously look in your mirrors and scan the road ahead. Keep looking ahead. That doesn't mean to be paranoid. So you have this habit, you want to look, you want to be aware of the situation. So use that to look ahead of the road, not to the side. #3, go with the flow. All right, this is a tricky one here in Tunisia, going with the flow, because the flow sometimes is not safe. But the key, again, goes back to being defensive. And at times you have to be a little aggressive. So what they do here a lot is you have to take that initiative. And most cars will let you go if you take the initiative. If you hesitate, that would usually translate into you waiting or something worse. #4, make yourself visible. Okay, key thing here in Tunisia, when you're driving, you got to use your headlights. Use your headlights. It's a whole language here. The way you blink them twice, it means move. You blink them over and over, it means you're annoyed, and so forth. Make yourself visible out there. And another thing you can do is very practical here, is using your hands. Use your hands to say thank you if someone let you go. Use your hand to signal that you want to go, that you want the other person to go. Using your hands is very practical here as well. And the last tip I'm going to give here is to resist road rage, all right? It's a difficult one, but stay away from it. Do not engage in road rage. It's not worth it. There's a lot of hollering, a lot of talk, usually just a waste of time, and it's not even good for you. So if people are tailgating you, if they're behind you, then you just got to find a way to get out that person's way, all right? Now, if you use your hands once again and say, hey, what are you doing? They might get a hint, but 9 out of 10 times they won't. Speeders, if you got people like just on a big rush, they're flashing the lights, again, signal and just move over to the other lane. So those are your 5 tips right there. And these 5 tips, if you use them while you're driving, they definitely will help you. Once again, #1, stay focused. #2, keep your eyes moving. #3, go with the flow. #4, make yourself visible. And finally, #5, resist road rage. All right. So I hope you got something from this video. Remember that driving is your #1 safety risk here in Tunis, Tunisia. For more information about the security situation here in Tunisia, feel free to visit our website at www.tunisiasecurityupdate.com, or check us out on Facebook at Tunisia Security Update. Once again, this is at David Security, and I hope you got something informative for this video. Keep the questions coming in. Stay focused. Stay safe.